I've been a marketing consultant for about 30 years, and I've worked for a lot of different kinds of companies, some bigger, some smaller. And in 2023, I started working for a pretty small company, about 14 people. One of the smaller companies I've ever worked for. And as a consultant, you get paid by the hour. You don't have benefits. You don't get paid time off. You get paid by the hour. And right before Thanksgiving, the human resources manager comes into my office and says, we need you to attend the mandatory Thanksgiving potluck. And I was like, you're going to pay me? And he goes, yeah, we're going to even pay you for 2 hours the day before to prepare your potluck item. I'm like, I'm in. So I lovingly made my apple crisp, and the day of the potluck, all 14 of us brought in our food, and the conference room had the chafing dishes with the sternos lining the table, and noontime arrives, and I go into the conference room. And I'll just say right now, I have a blood sugar issue, and I generally eat at noon because the blood sugar starts to go right away. Apparently, Barry, the manager, the director of sales, had a similar issue and showed up at noon in the conference room along with me. And we picked up our plates, and even though it was just the two of us at this moment, we are about to stab into the turkey, and Danny comes in. Now, Danny is one of the two owners of the company, and he says, no. We have to wait for everyone to get here. So Barry and I quietly sit down at the table and wait as people come slowly filing in to the conference room. And there are 14 seats, and 14 people surround the table. And Stephanie jumps up and says, I forgot bowls from my soup. So Stephanie put on her coat and got her keys and said, I'll be right back. So she went to the store and came back 15 minutes later, and my blood sugar, I'm starting to shake. But I am a consultant, remember, and I have to behave. So I keep my hands in my lap, and she gets there with the bowls, and I pick up my fork, and Barry picks up his fork, and we're about to go in. And Danny says, no, wait. He said, we need to go around the room and say what we're all thankful for. So one by one, 14 members of a company and a consultant say how grateful we are for our jobs, because what else do you say? Now, I'll keep in mind that there were several new employees who are right out of college, young men who, fresh out of college, and I think they think this is what every company does, and they're taking it all very seriously, and some of them are telling kind of heartfelt stories, and I'm thinking, I'm going to die. I'm so hungry. And I'm watching the turkey get drier and colder. And it gets around to Danny. And Danny says, I'm glad I'm going last because my brother and I are so thankful to have this company in this country. They're Indian immigrants, and we are so grateful to have this company that I want to ask you all to please rise. And he picks up his iPad and he said, and I found my favorite version of the national anthem sung by Lady Gaga at a baseball game. And we all stood, and these young men, again, first company they've ever worked for, have their hands over their hearts, and their eyes are lowered as we listen to Lady Gaga sing. Quite, in fact, one of the best performances of the national anthem I ever heard, but my hands are gripping the table because I'm shaking with hunger. And he finally turns it off And I'm not kidding you, wipes a tear out of his eye. And he's genuine, and I totally respect all the hard work that they've put into this company. And I sat down, and I dared to pick up my fork again. And he said, no, no, no. He said, we have to go around the table, and I want to hear about all the special dishes you've all made for this special meal. And I'm not kidding you. These young men told us about how their mothers made the green bean casserole, not with the canned mushroom soup, but by hand and with specific ingredients. And each and every one of the 14 people shared their genuine love of Thanksgiving, and and I am shaking. And I am shaking. And I think, okay, maybe I'm not going to eat today. Now, that started at noon, I think I mentioned. At 1:30, we finally were given the green light. And I picked up the driest, crumbliest piece of turkey, and I didn't care. You know, I just didn't care. And I ate with gratitude. Thank you.